Hello again, and welcome to Mission 3 of the Mjolnir campaign. Situation is that a Russian task force is heading for Georgian waters and G4 is scrambling. The situation is described as follows. Things have escalated significantly, and a Russian task force consisting of several frigates and corvettes escorting a number of transports and amphibious landing ships put to sea late last night from Sevastopol. The task force was seen moving southeast towards the Georgian coast. Enemy forces, as discussed, are frigates and corvettes, a few different classes here. We are expecting enemy air assets, MiG-23s, MiG-21s, and Su-24s. That's quite a contingent. Moving down to our mission, we've been ordered to a high alert status, and we are to be equipped for anti-shipping operations. Execution is that we are to prepare the flight for an anti-ship strike, get the ground power running and the systems running, and we'll receive the takeoff order from Stingray via the ground intercom. In the event of hostilities, we are to strike the naval task force approaching the coast. Try to aim for the transports if able. Given our limited capabilities, we do not expect to stop the landing force. However, we may be able to damage them significantly. So we should only fire in self-defense, and we're operating out of Kutaisi. The enemy landing site is assumed to be waypoint 3. So I think I'm going to use waypoint 3 as my target waypoint. We are using the RB-04 missiles. So there we go. I'm going to be using the single attack setting for the missiles, so we'll discuss that in a bit more detail later in the mission. Welcome to the cockpit. Let's enable track IR and fly. It's a very interesting sound coming from some F5s. They sound like those
Greenfield 1, Stingray. Stand by for tasking.
Black Rider things in Lord of the Rings.
A Russian task force has been spotted off the Georgian coast and is approaching.
Russian task force has been spotted off the Georgian coast and is approaching. Let's check our loadout before we do anything else. RB4s, RB74s, and a tank. Gonna close the lid here. And I'm going to request ground control electric power because we're supposed to, according to the brief.
Copy.
The ground power doesn't do anything in the Vigan, I don't think.
Ground power is now on.
But it's on anyway, and the flashlight just works now. It didn't used to really do anything. It just does a little now. Still not nearly bright enough. I hope they really attend to that because, yes, I can make out the instruments, but should be a lot brighter. And it appears we have missing audio. Excellent. So we're already deep in the bugs. Up to our ankles in bugs, and we've hardly got the aeroplane started. Generator on. I will request permission to start.
Kutaisi.
But I won't.
1-1. Request startup.
I won't start until we've got instructions.
Springfield 1-1. Kutaisi, cleared for startup.
Good, we are clear for startup if we want it. Probably might as well enter the cartridge now. Let's do that. Ref Lola, input 9099. Good. And we'll just cycle through the waypoints here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there are 4. That's all working. The F5s are just about taxiing out the way now. Cockpit lighting, I think. Instrument panel lights, very good. Side instrument lights, a little bit of flood lighting, I think, not too
Springfield 1
much.
Stingray. The Russians are about to cross into Georgian waters. You are to take off, depart west. Await further orders.
Take off, depart west, and await further orders. Jolly good. And do we want a little bit of light on the radar? Probably leave it about default. Turn up the warning tone and then back down a little bit. We have clearance to start the engine, so I'll do that now. Oops. Yes, forward position and start. Then disconnect the ground power.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
Copy. Ground power is now off.
Not sure why we had an alarm there. It appears we've lost... It actually appears we've lost the flight computer. I think the aeroplane just turned itself off then when the ground power was disconnected. That's very peculiar. So I'm going to restart with the ground power disconnected. And now we've got missing audio again. It's just returned. This is very buggy. Okay, now the engine appears to be starting. There seems to be missing audio files. I'm not quite sure what it is. Maybe there's just too many audio channels being occupied. You can see we've got helicopters over here. We've got the F5s taxiing around. We've got the WAV files playing with the radio communications, or the OGG files.
Springfield 1-1. Negative.
Okay. Not sure what that was about. And I still don't have my computer back on yet. So I'm just going to wait here to see if that all turns itself back on. Okay, the computer's come back on.
Springfield 1-1. Potassium, cleared for startup.
This is very odd why that all happened. Let's get the cartridge back in. So you have to reinsert the cartridge. Very peculiar. And reload it. It's just from turning the ground power off. It seems to have just buggered everything up there. So it's a reason why I never use the ground power in the Vigan. And we'll just cycle through the waypoints again. Yes, that looks good. Okay, we are now clear for taxi, I believe. I'm going to make sure of it.
Kudasi, Springfield 1-1. Request taxi to runway.
Springfield 1-1. Potassium, cleared to taxi.
We are clear.
Runway 8.
Let's put some external lights on and we'll throw the taxi light on as well. Wingman behind catching up here. There's no hurry with this. We'll taxi nice and slow. Checking my weapons are on the correct setting. Yes. Clouds are looking lovely this morning. Okay, we'll swing to the left, just looking to the right to make sure there's no one coming. Now, I do have, I think, a resolution to my problem with not being able to get clearance before I move on to the threshold. What I think you have to do is come to a complete stop just before the runway, and I'll show you what I mean. And then you can apply for clearance to take off before you actually enter, but you've almost entered the runway for all practical purposes. Better come right up to here, a bit further even. Okay, right to there, and then apply for takeoff.
Kutasi, Springfield 1-1, request takeoff.
Nav setting, HUD's now alive.
Springfield 1-1. Kutaisi, you are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 28.20.
Okay, we've got clearance to take off, so I'm going to get airborne in just a second. There we are, we've got the other wingman swinging around behind us now. And looking down there, it looks pretty damn gorgeous. There's one thing I just need to check before I get airborne. That's that done, just making sure I am recording this. We have got a clear sky off to the right, into the runway. I'm not going to come to a halt, I'm just going to line up and start moving down and basically roll as we go here. Relatively well lined up on the center. Oops, just over ruddering there. That's about right. Once we get up to 100, I'll hit the reference key, get a bit of afterburner happening. Let's go. Gear up. Now I am, despite wearing an external tank, I've already dropped to 95% fuel consumption. So it seems that that tank was actually empty. I'm not sure. Normally it shows above 100 if you've got an external tank that's full. Unless they've adjusted something. Let's get the turn in towards our first waypoint, which is just past 270, so I'm taking the longer way around the corner. It doesn't bother me. Wow, the lighting on the airfield is not nearly as bright as I thought it would be from up here. I almost can't see it, and I'm only about 2 kilometers away. That's how bright it should be all the time, I would say. And if I move my... Oh, it just goes out completely. So they haven't really addressed the runway lighting, it seems. Should be able to see those from 20 kilometers away. Turning onto this waypoint. Get ourselves stable flight with a little bit of altitude here. I'll stick at this altitude, just over 1,000, and I'm going to set the altimeter up for the target QFE in just a second. So autopilot on, check the knee board. Waypoint 3 I believe is the target. 959.9 959.9, it's about there. That's a friendly beep on the radar warning. Leave it on nav mode. And we're on attack there. Everything here is set up okay.
Stingray to all units. Russian forces have crossed into Georgian territory. Russian forces are now considered hostile. Weapons free, weapons free.
Weapons free, okay. We'll hit Bravo 1 in 30 kilometers and then I'll start setting up for the attack. One thing I would like to do is just check the radio commands I need to get my wingmen to attack ships. F2,
Springfield 1, Stingray. Springfield 1, engage Russian ships outside the coast of Washington.
F2, F3, F7.
The southern group appears to be escorts and the northern group are probably transports. Your task is to attack the transports. Suggest attacking from the northeast of the convoy.
F2, F2, F7, okay. F2, F2, F7, and we got an attack from the northeast apparently, or that's the recommended attack heading. Bravo 1 is still 15 kilometers away over here. Weapons to single mode. Okay, 5 kilometers. I'm going to go hands on to fly to the waypoint. I want to hit this precisely if I can. Some funny things happening with the sky at the moment. Just about on the target now. There, it's rolling. Bravo 2 turning right. Onto about 335. Drop down a little. There it is. Got a wingman behind me on the right. Line up. Okay, we're going to turn the radar on shortly. I want to hit waypoint 2 and then I'm going to go through a quick series of activities including switching that to ANF. We're okay over there and the weapons are on safety still. I have to remember to turn off the safety. Can I see any ships? 2 ships there. They could be the friendly ones that are supposed to be off Poti. Oh, I see more ships out there. Yeah, 3 or 4, 5 maybe? Okay, there's a bit of a grid pattern of ships. It's probably the bad people. Distance to this waypoint, 16 kilometers. Low mode. I'll leave the HUD where it is. Shall I bring it up? I might keep it up just because we'll need the symbology. Autopilot off. Fly manually onto the waypoint. Starting to get pinged. Okay, I'm going to turn right when I hit the waypoint because I don't want to head in this direction much more. Oh yeah, we're getting properly lit up here. Right, that's that stopped. Distance to waypoint 2 or 3 kilometers. Still not low enough. There's a hill right behind this waypoint, so that's not going to be much fun. B3 turning right. B3 is out to sea, and I'm turning right because I want to give myself as much time as possible to find these ships on radar. Don't like being lit up like this. Now we're heading south. Just gotta watch we don't pull too much AOA here because I don't want the aircraft stalling. It would be a very, very bad situation for me. Just north of 270 is my heading. It's 25, 26, 27. There. We've got ships out to the left, so let's point towards them a bit. Try and just come this way a little bit. And about there. Right, get the aircraft set up now. So, ANF mode. Radar on. Oh yeah, I'm starting to see stuff on the radar already. And there's a big group of stuff. Hello. That's got to be the group of ships. Yep. I'm going to fix that, and I'm going to tell my wingman.
Flight, engage ships.
Are they going to do it? Doesn't look like it. The ships are 60 away. That's definitely a group of ships. Look at that. That's beautiful. Arm the weapon. Drop down.
Flight, engage ships. 3, engage ships.
I'm going to tell everyone to engage ships. Oh dear. Not enjoying those sounds. How low can we go here? Can I get faster?
Flight, engage ships.
Oh, it sounds really bad. Ping, ping, ping. I need to get closer so I can fire these weapons away. They need to be showing on the screen. They are. Okay, I need to come up to 250 meters and then release the weapons.
Flight, engage ships.
Okay, they're in range. Up to 250. Up we go. Popping up now. Oh, jeez. 250. There we are. Weapons. Now, one weapon. Safe. Second weapon. Weapons away. Turning right.
Flight,
Oh, engage those ships.
3, engage ships.
Okay, get low. Radar off. Full afterburn. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. We're supersonic. missile lock on me. I dare not look behind. Just got to clear these trees and then get down low again. Maybe the ground clutter will be enough here. Fuel is okay-ish. Reducing afterburn down to mill power now. I have no idea if we were successful in that attack. I'm going to change back to nav mode, and the radar is all off. I have wingmen with me. Let's head towards our RTB point, which is in this direction, reducing throttle. So we got away, it seems. I still have my wingman with me, so we all survived. Certainly lots going on back there. That was quite panicky. Got 50 kilometers to go to hit this waypoint, so we can settle the aeroplane into a gentle climb. I can't tell if they're still carrying their anti-ship missiles. Don't know if we managed to hit any ships. I'm glad I got the weapons away. I don't think this is sending us back to Kutaisi, to be honest. Let's just have a quick look at the map. Okay, it looks like it's sending us to Senaki Kolki or something similar. Fine. Better just check the briefing. Oh, stops the mission to see if we're supposed to land back at Kutaisi. Doesn't say, as far as I can tell. Kneeboard. Not helpful either. Fuel situation is alright. We're just coming up on 50% left. We've only got to fly home. Airfield should be in that direction. Kutaisi's over there. Sinalki. Kolki is right underneath me. Okay, this might be sending us to Sinalki. That's it right there. No airfield lights. However, they may turn on if we radio them in. I wonder if that happens. I'm going to RTB for Kutaisi nonetheless. Seems like we're very slow here. Let's go with just under 2.0 on the thrust. Very light now. Sun's up. Kilometers. That's interesting that there's no runway lights there. Shadows look amazing. Kutaisi is in that direction. Can't quite make it out. It's a shame the runway lighting should be visible from here. It'd be nice if it was. Bit more thrust. Couple of kilometers to go, and then we'll turn left and glide back in home. Let's put the Pipper on the final waypoint. There we go. So it's telling me to turn back around. It's telling me that this is my final waypoint, but I'm going to land. Okay, Al Mal here. It's the same thing. We'll have to find the airfield visually. Probably pay to just stay up here so that we can get a bit of vis. Oh, I think those runway lights are off actually because daylight, although they should be on all the time. We'll see if Kutaisi has its lights on. Some quite long shadows down here. Oh, hello, there we go. Something's on fire. I can see the airfield actually. There's the airfield. And the lights. Oh, hello. Oh, I've got aerial contacts, 12 o'clock. And we're supposed to divert here. Just been told to divert, but I want to see what these guys are. Look at this. They've just bombed. Oh yeah, more of them. I know what we'll do here. Wingman, engage. It's F8 for bandits.
2, engage bandits. 3, engage bandits.
Wow. I've got afterburner on. I'm going to try and catch these guys. How's my fuel? Probably just enough. Got 2 contacts dead ahead. Wow, look at this. Kutaisi has been spanked. Oh, so is Kobaleri. What? They hit them both. I hope I've got the fuel for this. I may not. Are there any more aircraft here? There's 2 aircraft turning around. They look like fighters. That could be the sun that I'm lighting up there. Yep. Need to get in closer to these guys and then launch these missiles. Come on. Fuel situation's not looking good. I'm gonna have to drop that tank. This is an emergency. Get some more speed. Russians. And I've got a lock. One away. Splash. Two away. Splash. Let's get out of here. 10% fuel left. I'll get my wingman to cover me.
Flight, join up. 3, join up.
Okay, 10% fuel left. I'm going to try and preserve some of that. No longer supersonic. There's the two Russian aircraft I took out. Instruction, I think, was to return to Kobaleti, which is quite a long way away. I don't know if we'll make it to Kobaleti on the very limited fuel I have left. I'm on 10% fuel. So I think I'm going to just land at Senaki Kolki, which is down here. It's in a bad way. Fireworks down there. Actually, I think we will make Kobaleti. Oh, that was quite the moment of excitement there. Certainly hope we don't end up with more enemy attack aircraft over the final field. Don't see anything behind us. I'm pretty much right over the top of Senaki Kolki now, so we could drop in and land. Distance to Kobaleti is not terribly far. 40 kilometers. Should be able to make that. We've got 500 kilometers an hour, so it'll be 6 minutes of flying. Sending us to L2. So Kobaleti.
Kobaleti, Springfield 1
with 5% fuel left. So I hope you are ready to respond. Gone past Senaki Kolki now. We're coming up to the river and we've got the hills underneath. So river and the hills underneath. We are now 20 k's out on a bearing of about 203, so 200 degrees, just left slightly. Airfield should be visible in that direction. I don't want to spend too much time in the circuit here. Still have to be carrying the central tank and possibly his wingtip air to airs. Descending through the cloud. Looking for the runway, there it is, and we want to land towards the east. I'm going to put another call in here for Kobiletti.
Kobiletti, Springfield 1-1, inbound.
So both Senaki Kolki and Kutaisi were pretty ripped up. Going to land at this alternative slash emergency field. Don't see any ships up against the shoreline, which is probably good news. Coming up on 5% fuel now. There's my field. Landing setting for the HUD. The airfield's not responding to my requests, so I'm assuming it's not active. That never bothers the Vigan though. The Vigan can land anywhere, provided it's concrete. Let's tell everyone to return to base.
RTB. 3. RTB.
No response. We're going to be coming in with a bit of extra height and therefore a bit of extra airspeed. I want to get this down in the first pass. I can go around. I do have fuel to make a second pass here. Extend the air brake. Get some lights on. I thought I turned those off. Guess I've been flying with them on the whole time. Gear down. Lining up. Three green lights. Ah, we have some lights on down here. Coming in very fast at 400. Like I said, I'm not concerned because I'm here to conserve fuel. So the more flying I can do with gravity, the better. Air brakes in. There's my wingman over there. One of them's just bailed out. One of them just bailed out. I'm guessing he ran out of fuel. So he was stupid enough not to just return to base earlier when he was low on fuel. Still a lot of work needs to be done in the AI in DCS. They really are incredibly poor sometimes. I'm yet to find a game where the AI is really decent. I have problems with the AI in old IL2 as well. But I'm just flaring here to bleed off a little speed, but we're going to nose in. We're going to nose in as you do in the Vigan. Drive the nose in. Put a little bit of reverse thrust on. My wingmen are probably all crashing into the ground behind. Don't see any departure tracks right next to me, so I'm going to taxi off to the end. Tire mark overlays look a bit weird. Okay, brakes on. And we will go to the... I'm going to go to the left. It looks like the quickest departure point. I'm sure all my wingmen have crashed by now. Don't think I've flown a campaign yet in DCS. I don't think I've flown a single DCS single player campaign where the AI hasn't been terrible in one way or the other. Really is quite poor at times. Right, there's no point dilly-dallying around here. I'm going to park here rather than taxi off to a parking area, because I'm not even at my home airfield. Get that there sorted, turn this off. And that will be it for us. We can now open up the canopy, shut the engine down. Turn off all the warning alarms. There we go, mission complete. Quick check of the score here. And we were credited with, I think, 2 ships and 2 aircraft. I think that's me. Show my victories on. Maybe not. Maybe I got 0 ships and 0 aircraft. I did get a score of 190. I'm not sure if the 0 of 2 means my score or whether I got... Who knows? I don't know how this works. If anyone knows how this works, please explain it to me. Scrolling down here, there's all sorts of stuff I could show, but I won't. Let's end the mission. It was a success by the looks of things.